high-speed airbrush, and here we go. So first thing, make sure your mouse is right in the middle of the place where you're going to be cleaning your paint so that you get paint all over it. So now that we've got that out of the way, I'm going to properly disassemble this. Now you have to be very careful because this is quite delicate. I'm going to pull this off right here, keep it there, and then carefully not spilling it, and then kind of pulling this thing apart. Now it's pretty, I don't know how to say this, it's a little bit messy because see, the stem, or whatever you would call this apparatus here, I call it stem, where the paint comes through, tends to be obviously wet with paint, and so there's that. Yeah, so whatever. And then what you got to do is you got to remove the paint from the siphon cup, but you can't keep it in there, because if you do, then how are you going to get thinner in there to clean it out, and yada yada yada. Oy. That's how it is, you know. Ugh. And as a result of all of this fussing about, you will soon discover why I have another little goodie to unbox. Okay, there we go. There's some paint colors around here now. Okay, black, Titan gold, and then this needs to be cleaned out. So I guess what I'll do is, I don't know, wipe it down and hopefully cut back on the amount of thinner that goes into cleaning this, because personally, yeah, it's partially the cost thing, but it's also like, I just feel like the less chemical that I have to use to do my model hobby, the better it'll just overall be, you know, just less is more kind of thing. So yeah, so anyway, so it seems to be better. Before I was just kind of like dumping a bunch of thinner in there and kind of hoping for the best, the old spray and pray, if you will. But yeah, that was a bit of a ridiculous method. So I was using like 15 mils per wash or something weird like that. It's like a ridiculous amount of thinner. This is like $9 for 250 mils. It's a total racket. It is a total racket. Considering that chemically, I believe mineral spirits are practically identical. For cleaning, they're even better, if anything. Mind you, the mineral spirits are like totally toxic, and the fumes that they create are no bueno. They're no bueno. This also creates some fumes, but far less. It's more in the order of like a nail polish remover-ish kind of level of smell. In fact, terrible. It may have acetone in it because it smells a lot like nail polish remover. So, if you ever used to play with Matchbox toys and you grew up in the 90s, then you probably know the old trick where you can take a Matchbox car, and if it has like all these funky looking decals or whatever on it, you can take some nail polish remover and remove the decals and end up with a nice clean car that's all one color. That's the per look though. And yeah, that's something that when you're 5 years old or whatever, I don't know, 6 or 7, when I was a kid mucking about with like random stuff around the house, doing weird projects that I guess now is like totally not a done thing anymore, right? Like that would be considered hazardous parenting or whatever. It wasn't like that when I was growing up, okay? Nothing was hazardous. We didn't play with plutonium, okay? We just sometimes made some weird concoctions with, I don't know, soap and baking soda, and that was a weird time. It was a strange time to grow up in the 90s, definitely. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna turn my fume hood on again. Yeah, thanks to bear with me with all this noise, because it is a pretty much, I think it's a 20 CFM fan or it's a 50 CFM fan, so yeah, it'll make some noise, alright. here. So this is the annoying part. What keeps happening is that there's some more trapped in there, but this stuff is dirty, so I assume it won't clean it properly. So okay, I guess I'll just pour this out, pour more in the hopes of getting that. This is like, I mean, okay, I'm picky, I get that, but also this is pretty time consuming. So yeah, this is what I was trying to tell a friend of mine the other day when we were debating the pros and cons of gravity feed versus siphon feed. And I said, look, I only have or I should say at the time, I only had a siphon feed, so I was like, I'm pretty sure gravity feed is easier to swap your colors and so on and so forth. But Devin seems to like the idea that you can have these little cups and pre-mixed and everything, which you can do anyway, but whatever. No, he has a point. It's just that I find the whole spout cleaning business like that. Who has the time? Like, who has the time? I have the time, apparently. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. I wonder if I can, like, get away with this nonsense. No, I doubt it. This would be too good to be true. Yeah, let's not try that. This seems a little sketchy. This seems a little a little sketchy. So let's not try that. Let's do this the correct way and see how far that gets us. Hopefully, by the time the current election cycle is over, I will have cleaned this airbrush. For goodness sake! All right, here we go. Wait, okay, this should be. I'll just move it off here so that it hopefully doesn't.
here I am. 'Cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy.